Hey. Are you even paying attention to?
I got 5 pieces of candy. I got a chocolate bar. I got a quarter. I got a rock.
All the pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. All the pretty girls walk like Big Boss Vic. Pull up in.
It's all in the way she move, what she do, 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 what she do.
5 things that surprise me as an American living in Spain. Alcohol is everywhere and costs less than water. Every meal and event runs super long and late. You're going to get your steps in by walking everywhere. The metro runs on time, is clean, and quiet. People don't say excuse me or ask others to move.
Let me tell you one of the most difficult parts about being an American in the UK, and no, it's not the weather. It's going grocery shopping. So I am used to the American way, which has, we just pipe up our food with loads of preservatives. Not that great for you, but it makes life a little bit easier. The jury's still out on that. Here, they don't have as many preservatives in their food, which means that when you go to the grocery store, you need to eat that food within the next 2 to 3 days. For example, these tomatoes that I'm dicing up, perfect time. I got them like 3 days ago. I'm super excited to have them with a salad for dinner. This bread, I got this bread from the grocery store the day before I got the tomatoes, so 4 days ago. I literally have mold on my bread within 4 days. Like, it's crazy to me because now I've wasted half a loaf of bread and I'm just like, oh, I have to make sure that and I hate wasting food. I absolutely hate it, but it's something that has actually made me be a bit more proactive with my groceries, because every month I was wasting so much food, so much money, and it's actually something that's super difficult for me and I'm still working through it. So if you're interested in moving to the UK, make sure that you plan your meals out and you eat your food quickly, otherwise it's going to spoil.
Hey, it's Siri, and one question I get asked a lot is how much do teachers get paid here in Vietnam? As an English teacher here, you can make anywhere between 1,000 to 3,500 US, obviously based on your qualifications and other things your school or your employer might be asking of. But yeah, that is the range I would say most people I know here get paid. And also cost of living here is very low, like food is very cheap. Housing can also be very cheap depending on what you're looking for. So yeah, there's enough room to save with the amount you get paid, in my opinion.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So this was me 15 months ago, taking my first step into my dreams, moving overseas and teaching English. All right, so this was the plane that we boarded with United. Me and my mom was in the back because we didn't have all that money for first class, business class, none of that, economy seats. So the food that they gave us on this flight, it wasn't hitting on nothing. But after being there for a few hours, you get hungry. So you try to see what you can eat, what you can't eat, y'all, and it wasn't giving. Look at that. Ugh. The ice cream was hitting though. So everyone gets a TV for entertainment purposes only. I love that little feature where you can watch the TV and look and see how far y'all come. That was another snack that they gave us. I'm sure I didn't eat that either. This is us landing in Tokyo with our 17-hour layover.
4 months ago, I boarded a one-way flight to Germany, and now I fucking live here. I'm so proud of me. So here is what 690 euro can get you in Germany. This is a 6-month lease. It's fully stocked. There's a dishwasher, amen. Everything is fully stocked. I've got cleaning supplies, garbage bags. It's literally like a long-term Airbnb. Pots, pans, salt and pepper. There's even a coffee maker. Let's not talk about the state of my room. Okay, I just literally came in, sat everything down, went to a cafe to write for a couple of hours with my cousin. But it's a studio apartment and I have a balcony. So cute. These dim. I'm obsessed with these like extra long pillows. There's more storage under here. Storage under here. Currently have 2 part-time jobs, so this is perfect for my remote job. And then I have a second job. That job keeps my ass in the country without incident. Okay, tour's over, bye.
You may not believe this, but people keep falling desperately in love with me.
Oh, I believe it.
And suddenly, they get this strange idea in their heads.
I believe that too.
Yes, they start asking me to marry them all the time. I don't know why they do it.
Post a time when you were genuinely happy.
I'm a black woman living abroad. Of course I have to explain 600 years worth of American history to explain why myself and all of my family are Americans. I'm a black woman living abroad. Of course I'm going to take the little bit of privilege that I get for having an American passport outside of America. I'm a black woman living abroad. Of course I have people walk up to me and do stupid stuff like, Obama. I'm a black woman living abroad. Of course everybody thinks I teach English.
Want to hear something crazy that's happening in the United States right now?
I don't.
Hey, Daddy, when you gonna stop playing?
All I want to do is travel. That's it. I want to learn new cultures. I want to try new foods. I want to meet new people. I want to see this beautiful earth that we call home. Like, that's all I want.
When I wanted to start this digital nomad journey and sell all of my things, more experience focused, world schooling my child, I wanted to at least start somewhere that I had been before. But when I got here, I was immediately hit with the reality of the difference of what I was doing. And I think that that is so important to note because it's very easy to see some of the content that I'm putting out and be like, wow, I want that life. There is a very different feeling from being on vacation and living in an area. And I don't even know if you can really be prepared for this. I feel like this is just a shift you have to go through of the difference of the feeling of escaping somewhere on a vacation before returning back to your normal life versus embracing a new life somewhere and that being your new reality and your new norm. When it comes down to like escapism, escaping is not real. Like there's no permanent escape. Right now, I feel like I'm mourning the death of what vacationing felt like versus what living somewhere feels like.
No, listen, I'm blaming TikTok. TikTok come right to the front, because there's no other explanation for me waking up this morning and looking and saying, where am I going? And now I've looked at trips to fucking Athens and then I want to go to other fucking Greek fucking islands and shit. Like TikTok? TikTok. Any of you traveling nomads, like what this is our reality. This is our reality of being single, no kids, and just like thriving. Happy 2024. Love your life.
Okay, so big news. I am moving out of my apartment. I'm going to kind of get started on this digital nomad life. I will take time when I'm not traveling at my mom's house. So I'll like stay at my mom's between travel because I always want to have like a space to just go to and recharge and not consistently travel. But I'm really, really excited and nervous. And I've been doing so much research. It's hard for me to believe that I'm actually going to be moving in 2 days. All of this came about last winter. I was just so bored. I was so bored. It was so dark. You know, I live in Philly. I'm on the East Coast, and the winter times are just brutal for your mental health. And I just was like working from home in the house all the time. And I just started to feel like my life was starting to pass me by a little bit, and I needed some excitement, and that it was my responsibility to add excitement into my life. So I said, you know what? I think I'm not going to renew my lease, and I don't know what I'll do. Worst case scenario, I'll move back home, stack up a little bit, and then just travel. And essentially, that's what I'm deciding to do. A lot of people keep asking me, like, what am I looking to find? What am I looking to gain? A lot of people keep saying, are you moving back with your mom so that you could save for a house? And the answer is no. I don't necessarily desire like a lot of the things that other people desire. I'm not moving back home to save to buy a house. I don't want a house, you know? I think that's something that people think I should have. Yes, I'm going other places to grow my network in hopes of gaining other opportunities, but I'm not necessarily going to LA to become an actress. But I would be open to becoming an actress. I'm not going to New York to become a model, but I'd be open to modeling opportunities. I'm going places to eat, pray, love. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to have my eat, pray, love era, you know? And honestly, I just want to reclaim my time. I think I've spent so much of my time up until I'm 30 just staying the course, doing what I've been told I should do, you know, waiting for that husband and those kids. And I still want those things, but it's just dawning on me that this feels like my last moment to just wild out and make life about me and live big and live fabulously. Like, I just want to eat, pray, love, and have a blast. That's my only goal. And I'm like, don't really care who feels what about that, because that's what I want. And it's me season. It's me season. But I'm still scared. So I'm just pushing through, and I'm actually happy that I have found something to scare me, because like that makes me feel like I'm alive. So I will absolutely be documenting my journey and sharing it all with you. I'll be a digital nomad.
I can love you in the dark.
Hey y'all, come spend a day with me as a 30-something-year-old single black female living in Mexico, and today we are going to a Black People's Meetup. So yes, if you didn't know, there are Black people all over Mexico that are actually living here and thriving, and occasionally we have meetups to kind of just talk and fellowship and meet the other people that are coming here, and it's always a good time. This restaurant was giving me very much Puerto Vallarta vibes, made me feel like I was on a beach, but this is just a small fraction of the Black people living in Guadalajara. And this is my buddy Max. Isn't he the cutest? Every time I see him, like, I never let his mom have him because he is just my absolute favorite. I had some guacamole with some pork skins that was absolutely fabulous, and these wonderful ribeye steak tacos, y'all. We had a good time. And that's it, y'all. Thanks for coming with me on another day.
I'm looking around and stuff look different. That's how good it is. My life is changing right before my eyes.
Say less. So I was a international teacher teaching abroad for 3 years, and I loved it. I taught in Italy, Senegal, South Korea, and Haiti, and then I decided to become a digital nomad, and I moved to Mexico. Teaching abroad literally opened the door for me to have this lifestyle, because without that, I definitely would not have lived in 4 countries in 3 years, and I definitely would not be doing what I'm doing right now. Teaching abroad is literally one of the best ways to travel for the low or even for free. Free. I started off doing volunteer teaching, kind of like a work exchange, and I worked in Italy and Senegal as a teacher, and I had to pay for basically nothing. Then I got a paid position in Korea, and I was securing the bag, okay? While also paying for basically nothing. Only my utilities, they paid for my apartment, they gave me everything I needed, okay? Then I taught at an international school in Haiti. And I wrote an entire guide on how to teach abroad, because look, get that bag, okay? Get that international bag.
Of course, Scarlet Star, I'd love to share my experience living in New Zealand as a Black woman.
So for my ladies who may not know, New Zealand is south of Australia. It's located in the southern Pacific Ocean, and it's a part of the continent Oceania. Since you mentioned the finance part, as you know, New Zealand is an island, so the only way to access it is through air travel or sea travel. So everything there is expensive compared to a typical stay in the US. I would even compare it to as expensive as living in New York City in like the Hamptons. Why? It's because exporting and importing takes an extremely long time, and all of the resources it takes just to get any items and goods to New Zealand is going to cost a lot more. Also, considering it's an island, it's a tropical place, so the views are spectacular, so obviously the homes are going to be extremely expensive. According to Mover Focus, the average cost of a home is 597,000 New Zealand dollars, and I was actually living in Auckland, which is the most expensive. The average home approximates to 850,000 New Zealand dollars. As of today, February 1st, the New Zealand dollar is worth 66 cents as a US dollar. You already knew that. I just wanted to give the girlies an approximation on how much it costs to just live and visit New Zealand. Now, I didn't experience any form of blatant racism as I was traveling there. I did get a lot of looks, stares, and comments about my hair, my teeth, because most people don't know it's very American to have white and straight teeth. Most countries don't put that much attention into their teeth. The men loved me there. I got a lot of free dinners and drinks going out because I always went out by myself. And I always dressed nice, so I typically got free drinks and dinner. Now for the women, they typically just gave me a lot of looks and stares, and I would have to speak to them first in order for them to engage a conversation with me. But every time I traveled solo all over the North Island, I felt extremely safe. They even made jokes about how I should just stay in New Zealand because of the gun laws in America and how they think it is the most dangerous country in the world. I obviously made sure I tried to limit the amount of times I walked at night, but I always kept a lookout like I always do when I'm walking by myself. I think I seen one other black lady the whole time I was in New Zealand. And the Maori men, they're beautiful, their culture is rich, and of course they were exploited by the white man, so if you can support the Maori people, make sure you go directly to them. And my travels were cut short due to the pandemic, so I didn't get the chance to visit the North Island.